Hi Leo, welcome to Lit Intuition Tarot. My name is Kay, and today I'm going to be doing your guys' weekly general reading. As you'll see in the description box below on my schedule, I do one weekly general reading for y'all, and I do one weekly love reading as well. Sometimes the two overlap. Keep in mind that spreads and formats will vary from week to week. So if you find that this reading doesn't resonate with you, please try me again some other time. And if it does resonate with you, please like, share, subscribe, tap the notification bell to be made aware of my future uploads. Also down below in the description box is a list of the decks that I use, including today's Garbage Pail Kids deck for the tarot, and Light Seer's Pocket Edition that I'll use to clarify. Actually, I'll have to update that. I just got a few new ones and I'm really excited to be trying them out. But I digress. There's also instructions on how to donate to my channel if you're so inclined. And a link to my website where you can book a personal reading with me via Zoom meeting or pre-recorded reading. 2 more shuffles to go. And you can also order a personalized avatar birth chart on there. So, as I've been telling the other signs this week, I have a lot going on with the holidays and everything. So, I'm just going with a basic, classic Celtic cross. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing for your weekly general reading, Leo. Let's get started here. Alright, love the new cards. Alright, Spirit, please show me Leo's overall energy this week. I just remembered, actually, I used these cards yesterday for, maybe it was Gemini or somebody, and they kind of stick and don't flip over the greatest, so bear that in mind, and please be patient with me. Even though I do rely on Spirit to relay the messages, sometimes stiff new cards can present a small delay. However, we do have the 3 of Wands flipping over. Garbage Pail Kids. Alright, sorry. For your overall energy, that's actually Aries energy. Thank you, Spirit. Please show me the obstacle or challenge that Leos are facing this week. In the challenge position, we have the Lovers. Major Arcana for Gemini. Okay. It could be that you're waiting. I mean, I'll talk as things come to me, you know, while I'm putting the cards down. But I'll get into the full interpretation as I start to clarify. I am saying, though, here, just to start, that there may be sort of a situation, Leo, where you have yet to choose. And so you're, like, waiting for some kind of maybe result or payoff, but it's almost like you want to test something out, test your choices out, and like get a little taste of what the result might be based on which decision you choose, but you're not really choosing yet. So it's kind of like, well, I'll flirt with this idea and see if it starts to bring results, and if it's not, then I'm going to try the other way a little bit, but you can't like fully commit to either choice because you're just like dipping your toes in. That's what I'm picking up so far. At the crown, we have the Hermit. That's Virgo energy, Major Arcana. Could be on the cusp for having Virgo North Node. Spirit, please show me what's below for Leo this week. Okay, with that Hermit, you really might need to do some soul searching and consult with your spirit guides if you believe in that kind of thing. Or just your higher power or meditation, whatever you might do to connect. Below in the subconscious, we have another Major Arcana card. This time it's the Emperor for Aries. Okay. Holding on tightly to that self-control. Trying to do things by the book and not really cross any lines. But there may be a little bit of an ego issue here, Leo. And I have a lot of Leo in my chart, and, you know, to be honest, I get sick of people accusing us of that all the time. But sometimes stereotypes are the way they are because, you know, for a reason. But that doesn't apply to everyone, of course. Now, in the past, we have the 7 of Coins. Taurus energy. That's a little bit more of that energy for me of maybe one path you're kind of leaning toward and you've been working on it and investing in it some, but now you're stopping to like take stock and see if it's starting to pay off what you've invested in. Maybe wondering if at the last minute you might be able to change course. I'm not sure. We'll clarify. Excuse me. Maybe you'd feel a little too proud to admit you may have made the wrong choice, or that maybe you've started along the wrong choice and not sure if you can correct your path. These are some of the things that are coming to me. We've got the Nine of Cups coming up in the near future. That's Pisces energy. It looks like whatever way you go, you're going to be satisfied, Leo. That's not saying either way you go, it's going to work out. I've heard that a lot, and I find it's often untrue in my life, but take it as it resonates. But you may be making a decision for sure, or continuing on the one you're on after some bumps in the road, only to find that it really does lead to yourself, wish fulfillment, I should say. But we got a few more cards to pull. Spirit, please show me Leo's approach or outlook this week. I'm not sure if I should take that like that or not, and so I'm not going to. Didn't flip over in the usual way. It was the Page of Cups, just to put that out there, but unless it pops back up, I'm not going to include it in this reading. Spirit, please show me Leo's approach or outlook this week. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. That's Major Arcana to me as a reader for Sagittarius. Okay. Well then, Leo. So the Wheel of Fortune, you're feeling lucky, and you're deciding to, like, it's like you're taking a chance, but it's not a scary feeling. It's not like, ooh, I'm going to take this big risk, and it might be awful, which is why I'm not quite sure why you're having a problem with this choice, like waiting for results but not totally committed. It's like the Wheel of Fortune would be, a fated event, or fated sort of like you might be thinking, like, I'm going toward, this is destined, this is what, I'm headed toward my destiny, that kind of energy. So what is this choice? We're going to clarify if we ever get there. These cards are very difficult to work with at the moment, and I apologize. Spirit, please show me. I do really like them, though, again. So. Please show me who or what is in Leo's house or environment. So next up, we have the King of Wands. In your energy, so not yours. The King of Wands I see as Sagittarius primarily, but also Leo and occasionally Aries energy. Doesn't have to be a male. In fact, it doesn't even have to be a person, although it often is in that position, because it's whoever or whatever is in your energy, or in your, surrounding you. And I know we use the word energy a lot in tarot. It drives me nuts too sometimes, but sometimes it's simply the best way to encapsulate what I'm trying to say. So anyway, you have the King of Wands somewhere in your energy. And that's an energy, there I go again, that's a feeling, a vibration of someone who is very attractive, very confident. They know what they want, they know they can get it, they know they are going to get it, and they go after it. We have the Seven of Swords in your hopes and fears. Aquarius energy, well, this is a really old song. In fact, this is before my time. But for some reason, I'm getting Won't Get Fooled Again by The Who coming into my head. I guess you're, like, maybe afraid that this person is deceiving you in some way. And so maybe it's like, I don't know what this connection is about. Or excuse me. I don't know if this decision is about a connection with another person. But if it is, then you might be worried that this person is like being sneaky in some fashion, lying to you or cheating at something or that kind of stuff. So now we've got the Fool coming out for your final outcome. Keep in mind this is a weekly reading and outcomes are not set in stone, as free will is always at play. The Fool I see as either being Aries or Aquarius energy, depends on the vibe of the reading. Major Arcana that talks about taking a leap of faith into the unknown with sometimes little or no preparation. I've pre-shuffled the Pocket Edition Light Seers deck, and so I want to get started on clarifying this, because to be honest with you, I'm picking up a lot of this, but I'm not quite sure. Like, it's weird. This decision, and it seems like you're waiting for the results of the decision. Maybe you're waiting on somebody else's decision. Maybe that's the King of Wands. business, family, friend, lover, take it as it resonates. And maybe you even think like they're trying to get away with not like keeping up their end of the deal with the Seven of Swords. And out of this, you might just decide to say like screw it and just decide to cut your losses. With the Hermit there at the Crown, you know, it's talking about you needed to go within to seek answers, like really figure this out, and maybe, you know, like I said before, commune with the divine, however that makes sense to you. But still, I feel like I'm missing a piece of the puzzle, and I'm not quite tying this together. So let's get started on the clarification here. First of all, Spirit, please clarify this Three of Wands crossed by this Lover's card for Leo this week. Okay. Well, we've got Judgment. I always ask for 3 cards or less. If there are more that flip over, I take the top. In this case, we got 2, so I'm taking them both. We've got the Judgment card, which is Major Arcana for Scorpio. Could have some in your chart, or could be having one that's involved. And then we've got the Hermit again, Virgo energy. Okay. This decision has to do with revisiting something from the past. It seems that you might be able to sort of make your reckoning with it. So like, you know, either get closure from something that happened and sort of move on with this Fool energy, which it looks like might be the way you're leaning, or, you know, well, going back to the Hermit again, to me that's just further like emphasizing the point that, give me a second here, maybe you're kind of like waiting, like by going into this, okay, so you're wanting this clarification to come to you about this choice, and Spirit is just reiterating that in order for you to like really get the answers you need, it's going to be by you going within and seeking, you know, what your higher self thinks. And that sounds kind of like, duh, you know, thank you, Captain Obvious, but it's not always that obvious, especially for some fire sign energies who, again, I don't mean to stereotype, but like they might not always be the first person to be like, okay, I'm going to withdraw and be by myself for a little bit and really meditate on this. You know, fire signs tend to be more about action. So that might not come naturally to you. Let's see here, though. But I want one more on what this choice is about. Spirit, please clarify the 6th. It's almost like they're telling me, like, don't push it. And a whole bunch of cards just flew into the floor. Let me pick them up. Well, this is interesting. This is a wild ride, Leo. Wow, okay. So I got several that fell, and it seems like they all fell in different directions. Let me get them back into the deck properly. There we go. I'm going to try one more time, and if something else weird happens, I'm just going to give up on that. Spirit, please clarify the Lover's card for Leo this week as this obstacle. 3 cards or less. Well, this time I got 2 again. Okay. This is clarified by the Knight of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian energy, and the 7 of Swords again. Okay. Aquarius again. Well, now, I'm also picking up the vibe, and this is going to be for everyone, but that you might be considering doing something strategic or sneaky, Leo. Like coming across to this person, like with the Knight of Cups energy, like kind of charming, or kind of, you know, like you want to connect with them in some sense in order to, like, and that's kind of what's going to get you what you want, but I don't, ooh. Alright, bear with me here for a second. And with that Emperor there, it's because it's like, you do want to gain control of whatever this is. And that there's no judgment, and there's nothing wrong with that. We all want control sometimes, you know, it's about, sometimes it's about, you know, just because we can doesn't mean we should. But, so you've invested in this, let's see what that's about. Spirit, please clarify the 7 of Pentacles and Leo's recent past. 3 cards or less, or I'll take the top. Alright. Clarifying the 7 of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, and sometimes Capricorn energy there. So, yes, you were investing in something that you were hoping was going to really lead to, you know, your you're really bossing up in some way. Take that as it resonates. I think I'm clarifying more for y'all than I did for other signs, but I'm still, and it might be that getting used to this Garbage Pail Kids deck too, because when I did this for, I think it was Gemini yesterday, I found myself in the same kind of position where I was like, maybe it's just intuitively and I'm not used to these symbols and they're not all clicking in my head the way everything does with decks I'm more used to. I'm not trying to make excuses, I'm just, maybe I am stalling a little bit to give me more time to connect here. But it is causing me to clarify a little bit more, and we'll get to the bottom of this, Leo. So let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say further about the Nine of Cups. In your near future, clarifying that, we have the Ace of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, and the Queen of Swords, which I see as Libra, sometimes Aquarius or Libra. Or excuse me, I also already said Libra. I meant Aquarius or Gemini. Okay. Your fulfillment is going to be in this deception being nipped in the bud one way or another. And with the Ace of Wands there, that's going to be able to give you sort of like the spark that you need to have a new beginning. So it's like once you resolve all this crap, like maybe you're kind of being a little manipulative, maybe this person is as well, or at least you're expecting, or like suspecting them of that. You kind of might take control, like want to take control by like playing their game. You know, the goal is to like go within and seek answers to this. So you're kind of looking back at like what your original aim was, you know, like to boss up and to be that Emperor, the King of Pentacles is just one step under, you know, but in the future it's like, no, this is not going to happen. The bullshit stops here. And that actually is what I really wanted. Like I really wanted things to be on the up and up, you know, even if it's not grand, even if I'm not the Emperor, even if I'm only showing up as the Queen of Swords here, she's still pretty fucking badass, and it looks like I'm gonna get what I want, and it's gonna enable me to start. It's going to enable me to start fresh. Excuse me. Sometimes my words just get a little ahead of me, and I get excited. Okay, I love what I do. All right, so let's see if I want to clarify anything else. Yeah, you already kind of foresee this, that things are going to go in your favor, Leo. This King of Wands I might take a look at. The Seven of Swords is pretty self-explanatory. And honestly, I don't think the Fool here needs clarification either, because I don't have a very big collective yet. But even if there were 1 million people watching this video, or even if there were only 3, either way, the Fool is going to mean, of course, something different to everyone. It is, again, not to, you know, be repetitive, but just to sort of remind, you know, whatever viewer may need it, it's about taking a leap of faith toward a brand new start, which is also kind of what this Ace of Wands is about. And that looks, I'm feeling a very, like, light-hearted, free-spirited, kind of joyful feeling from that, especially with this Wheel of Fortune. You know, Leo, you may have always been kind of blessed in the sense that things tend to go in your favor, they go your way. And so it's kind of like you might expect that to be that way, which is also showing up in this Emperor in your subconscious. And so that may cause you to be just a naturally sort of sunny, optimistic person. And while other people might think that that's kind of like not seeing reality for what it is, that's bullshit, because manifestation is all about like already knowing that you've achieved what you need or what you want. And I'm seeing that a lot here. However, this other person that you're dealing with, this King of Wands energy, let's clarify that. Spirit, please show me 3 or fewer cards to clarify. Okay, what do we got? I'm like interested to see. 2 cards. We've got the 8 of Wands, Sagittarius energy. It's about fast-moving communication. Text messages, phone calls, emails. Sometimes can represent telepathic, but I doubt it with a King of Wands. And oh my goodness, you can't... I almost said you can't make this up, but it kind of bothers me sometimes when other people say that, because of course we could make it up. But I was shuffling the cards, and, you know, they were flipping over in my hand, so my point is it's another King of Wands, okay? And there's a lion in there, which is cool, because the way I learned tarot, just, you know, just to kind of go off on a little tangent here, I think of the King of Wands as being Sagittarius, as I see all the kings as being the mutable signs of an element. However, the lion, you know, a lot of readers do see the King of Wands as Leo, and it can be either or, really. And it doesn't have to be any of those signs. But my point is, with the lion there, that reinforces the Leo side. So either you're dealing with another Leo or another fiery energy, who really, really wants to talk to you about this. Maybe they're suddenly realizing, like with that wand up, like, hey, where you going? You know what I'm saying? So they might be kind of coming towards you, like realizing that you're kind of like the wheel has turned, and like, you know, I'm seeing one of those locks where like there's like a gear and like it spins, and like then you can like pop open the, like on a gate, you know. So it's like you're kind of spinning that wheel, Leo, and this other person's like, wait a minute, wait a minute. With that Seven of Swords there, though, you know, they might try to use strategy to get out of it, but it might wind up slamming shut, you know. The gear might rotate again, and, you know, the door might be closed for a little bit for this person. I don't really know. Just because I said that, I do want to stop while I'm ahead, because I feel like a lot more connected to this reading now, and I understand what's going on, but I am being kind of led to clarify. One more card. I want to look at that Seven of Swords energy. Even though it's in your hopes and fears, I kind of see it as being like a conglomeration of your energy and this other King of Wands, which is bizarre because that I just said that. You're not showing up as a King of Wands. You're showing up as the Emperor and the Three of Wands. So, I mean, it's almost like, though, what came to my mind is it could be another aspect of you. And that's where I think I was going, with saying there's a lion in there, which makes me think of another Leo. But it could be Sagittarius with that Eight of Wands. Doesn't matter. Alright, I digress again. You'll hear me say that a lot because it's my best way to shut myself up. Alright, so Spirit has clarified the Seven of Swords with, right, we got the Hierophant, weird, Taurus energy, major arcana. That's actually not weird. So this is a spiritual lesson for one or both of you, and let me look at the picture, though, too. I love this deck. Yeah, like, he almost looks like he's crossed that fine line, you know, between genius and insanity, where he's like, even though it's the Hierophant, and the Hierophant can be seen as an enlightened figure in, like, the spiritual sense. So it's like, all of a sudden, like, you're seeing through this subtle, like, manipulation, like the Seven of Swords energy. That keeps moving. That's driving me nuts. Okay. And so it's like, you know, an aha moment, a eureka moment, especially with that Ace of Wands here in the near future. And that's what, you know, enables you to turn that wheel, get set free, and take that leap of faith. Alright, well, that's what I have for you today, Leo. If you enjoyed the reading or it resonated, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Happy holidays if you celebrate, and have a great rest of your day. Bye, Leo.